Hey guys, just want to talk to you guys a little bit about riding a bicycle in the city. I did a video yesterday and I got a lot of funny comments about like not stopping at stop signs and that sort of thing. There's a nuance to it, you know. First of all, I live in Los Angeles, right? It's cities and states have different laws with bikes. Some say a bike can roll through a stop sign, but you have to use your own discretion on that, right? So when you're cruising down the road, and if there's no cars coming on either side, you can cruise right through there, which is just common sense. I'm not going to stop at every stop sign. But in the city, the hard thing is the drivers, because a lot of drivers are speeding and they're not interested in slowing down for people on bicycles, you know, and they're not often going to see you. So it's up to the cyclist, man. Just like when I was riding motorcycles in the city, you have to ride around as if people are trying to kill you. That's kind of how you have to look at it. So, but here's the thing that I didn't mention. Many things I didn't mention yesterday. For one thing, I take 4th Street a lot to get here to the shop. And 4th Street is a designated bike route signs on there. And my biggest pet peeves are with other cyclists on the road. Because a lot of the time these guys are on roads that are not bike routes. And for instance, 3rd Street, there's 2 lanes in both directions, no shoulders. Nobody should be on that street on a bicycle. 1 block south is a bike route. I try to travel on off streets, not main streets, no matter where I am in the city. The other thing is, I'm on what you would call a clunker. I'll show it to you. Stay here, don't go anywhere. So my clunker is this old Schwinn, right? You guys should be able to see it from there. It's an old cantilever frame, super heavy duty, vintage Arai aluminum hoops, coaster brake, front brake. I'm running a 46-16 setup, which is very tall, so it's tough to pedal. 4th does this. It's not flat, so I got to get out of my saddle to cruise, like up a hill. And the reason I'm talking about this is this bike is designed tough enough. It's kind of like a BMX cruiser, where when you're riding down the road and you come up to a situation where there's a lot of traffic and sometimes they're too close to the cars that are parked and you can't fit in there, I could hop a curb, go up a driveway, run down a sidewalk, jump back off the sidewalk and keep going. These are very fat tires on here. See that? So when I see guys on road bikes with skinny tires, those guys are kind of the worst in a way, because they, in the city, if you guys think I'm bad from that video, you'll see guys that commute all the time and they think they can run through all the stop signs and they expect all the cars to stop for them. I don't expect the cars to stop for me. I slow down. Very often, I stop. If the car gets to the stop sign before I do stop at that time and I let the car go. 75% of the time that car waits for me. They want me to go and I still don't go. I just go like this. Come on, come on. It's not how it works. Or even when I'm driving the van, if I pull up to a stop sign and there's no other stop sign, it's not a 4-way stop, and some car stops to let me go, I'm like, what are you doing, dude? You don't have a stop sign. That guy's screwing up traffic behind him. People in the city are distracted. They're not focused. It's up to you. So, you know, I also have talked about this before. If on a bicycle, if I come up to a light, it's a red light, I go by the car, then I get in front of the car, the first car, at that intersection. This way, if somebody wants to come up behind me in a vehicle and make a right-hand turn, they can do that, and I'm not blocking them. Just another thing I always think about. So the scooters, the electric scooters, gas-powered bikes, e-bikes, these things that are doing the speed limit of vehicles or faster, those are the dangerous people. All right? Look, if a car hits me, I'm in trouble. And I've been hit by cars before, yeah, on bicycles, going all the way back to when I was a kid. It's not fun. It's not fun to get hit by a car. I've been hit by cars on motorcycles, multiple surgeries, all that stuff. But if I hit a car, not much is going to happen. My biggest issues with commuting on the bicycle are people walking out into the street between cars, people opening their car doors. That once happened to me on a motorcycle. I was so pissed, this was before I could control my temper like I can now, and I got off the bike and kicked the mirror off this lady's car. So if you're not going to use it, you don't need it. If you're in your car, before you open the door, look in the rearview mirror, make sure nobody's coming by there, man. You know, that's all I'm saying. The other thing is construction. A lot of construction in LA, constantly riding around that. And then the gardeners, not really gardeners, but they're leaf blowers. They don't have a designated day for that here. So it's every single day. Every single day, no matter where I'm riding, there's guys blowing shit. That sucks. I really should have a pair of goggles on to protect my eyeballs. People mention the helmet. I hear you. Never wore a helmet, never owned a helmet. You could say whatever you want about that. You can say I'm dumb. I don't care what your opinion is, by the way. For me, this is not a popularity contest. I don't care if you're here. I don't care if you go away. I don't care if you... I like you to subscribe. I like you to make comments. Thank you for that. But for those of you that are like these bitter people that's negative about everything and got to point fingers at everything, just go someplace else, man. This ain't for you. Yeah, I'm just an old guy, a Gen Xer, and I'm just not going to do that. I mountain biked ever since the late 1980s, never owned a helmet. Does that make me dumb? Maybe. Sure, I don't care. That's fine. You can have that opinion. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying this is my choice. I still have choices. I don't want to live in an authoritarian place where they're mandating things. Remember what happened when they tried to mandate things and how well that worked out, and then we found out it was all bullshit anyhow? It's funny to me that there are people out there that are such statists, and they're like, they want the government to tell you how to do everything. And I get it. You work in a trauma center. You work in an ER. I was on the first aid squad as a kid. I saw tons of horrible, horrible things. And those things could happen to you at any time, at any place. You could be... I was once sitting in a house, and the car... Thank God there was a tree right in front of the window, because the car came right at, hit the tree, broke the tree, bricks fell through, but shot through the glass over my head. I could have been dead right there sitting in a house watching television. So this thing that some people are doing in their mind, like, oh my God, that's dangerous, that's scary, you shouldn't do that, you should do this. And it's not a safe zone. Trying to make everything safe is the reason we have so many morons still alive, if you ask me. You take the warning labels off of everything, make it a little bit more of a free-for-all, and yeah, let's stupidity weed out the population. That's how I look at it. So if you think I'm dumb, that's okay. You're allowed to think that, and I probably am about a lot of things. You know, I'm definitely ignorant about a lot of stuff. One thing on ignorance does not equal stupid. Ignorance is just a result of laziness combined with a lack of curiosity. So if you're ignorant on a subject, and most of us are ignorant on a lot of subjects, nobody knows everything, do a little research on it. I know that a lot of people who drive cars have problems with people on bicycles. I hear you. I see it even on the bike route roads. It bothers me that, and I know that they're doing it like for their own safety, but they don't realize that they're douchebags when they do it. When they're driving riding in the bike in the middle of the lane and just screwing up traffic for everybody else. I get close to the parked cars. Which is a risk, as I just described. People could open their doors, step out, all of it. But I do that so that cars can get past me. Because most of the time I am driving. Right now I'm commuting every day to the shop. So I'm on it, man. And these handlebars, somebody asked what the dimensions were. These are pretty wide for a street. Yeah, they're 32 inches wide. I would suggest you stick with a bar that's like 28 inches. About there. You know, try not to get this wide. It's a little bit wide for the street. It's great for when you're out and about on the trails and stuff because you get more air in your chest, you know. But yeah, so those are just a few tips and what's going on with me and addressing this thing with, you didn't stop either. Look, again, if I run a stop sign and a car, that's on me, man. That's on, and I'm willing to accept that because I fucked up. Totally willing to accept that. But if a car runs it, they run the risk of killing somebody on a bike or in another car. And you guys saw, look at my shorts 2 weeks ago, riding home, car flipped on its side. They had to cut the whole roof off the SUV to get the woman out of the car. That's just a few blocks from where I live. I got the whole story the next day from people that were walking by and saw the thing happen. She was speeding. Nobody even hit her. Somehow, for some reason, she swerved at a high rate of speed, hit a parked car, and that's what flipped her car over. That's the problem. Just this morning, a guy on a Tesla zoomed by me in a way that was so ridiculous. It's mostly the car drivers, it's not the bicyclists, you know. And by the way, thank bicyclists for paved roads, because it was bicyclists who pushed paving the roads back over 100 years ago. Yeah, bet you didn't know that. All cars, when they first came out, were SUVs because there was no paved roads, man. And people were riding single gear bikes like this on not paved roads. That's how it started. So the more you know. With that, I hope you guys got something out of this. Be kind to one another. Feel free to disrespect me, talk a bunch of crap, and goof on me in the comments. So I'm used to it. But I'm from New Jersey. I could take an insult, believe me. I could also dish them out. So watch yourselves. Be kind to one another on that note, and I'll catch you in the next one.